One-on-one, never again. One get the cake and the butter, I count it like hustle the money all in. Rhyme in the town in the drop top coupe in the motor in the trunk you can hear. Hearing all about how they want me to lose, but I'm W, due for a win. Fuck from a dummy, you don't see how I'm coming, don't tip me, I'm right on the edge. Getting since young and I been had to shoot out some money all under my bed. 2018 came a million, I made a career and they thought it'd be. I getting cold, my body cold, I barely get rest. One time told her pull up again. In the back of the Benz. I wanna put mirror 10 on the tent, I wanna see the reflection. I'm the best dressed at the Met. The whatever her dress, I know how to dress. Turn the drill to a flex. They stick at the check, I poke out my chest. I'm treating that little boy like my pets. I know they don't wanna catch. Got one-on-one ice on the jet. One-on-one pull up with 10s. One-on-one, never again. One get the cake and the butter, I count it like hustle the money all in. Rhyme in the town in the drop top coupe in the motor in the trunk you can hear. Hearing all about how they want me to lose, but I'm W, due for a win. One-on-one missing it up, one-on-one missing it in. One-on-one messing with kick. One-on-one and that's it. Come to the spot, I got one-on-one pieces and all of them cost me a grip. Come to the US. Good service, I'm ready to tip. You know when I'm hip, I don't got a chip. You know I ain't no little bit of shrimp. We switching locations in the gym. She said she don't wanna say Gunna no more. She about to start calling me him. I'm him. I need you making it hot. The stakes is high, the prices is high. I'm about to fly to Dubai. I'm gone. Horse and boo, HB on the tie. I with the one-on-one ride. And cuffin' I let her slide. I come to get mine. Pop out on the beat like surprise. One-on-one pull up with 10s. One-on-one, never again. One get the cake and the butter, I count it like hustle the money all in. Rhyme in the town in the drop top coupe in the motor in the trunk you can hear. Hearing all about how they want me to lose, but I'm W, due for a win.
Too many times I told these, stop playing with me, go play with your kids. I don't want to hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread or the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. I'm way too busy to hate on a bank account, look like she banking on tips. I came up for nothing, was laying on and sleeping in bundles and paying no rent. Everyone loves you and fame. And I made $1 million and said it, I switched. My watch is too pricey, my chain lit, my diamonds are icy. I'm skating on this. Skating like Gretzky back in the 80s and running from 12, but that isn't Brady. But that doesn't faze me, I keep to myself if that's what it takes me. The day that you play me, it be the same day me and Jennifer Lopez announced. Yeah, having some twins, there's 2 in the bag. You want the fame, but you wouldn't last. The difference between me and you is you trash. I'm really 100, you're doing too bad. Look, for me.
Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well.
There's always tension in the air when these teams face off. I love this atmosphere.
Yeah, they can say what they will about this being just another game. You can see it in their eyes. This is different.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Castle. Stolen by Ayton. Henderson left side. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. These teams like to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore. But it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions. That's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And so he hits both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Got a hand on it. And they'll keep possession. Picked his pocket. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Outside Barrett. This one for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You gotta like the quick decision making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
Pass to Buzelis. Rebound by Sacramento.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
Tough call for his coach. Second foul already. We'll see how much the staff trusts him.
Third team foul. Coming onto the floor for your goal.
Henderson, right side.
Number 24, Patrick Williams.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Achua. Here's Ayton. The three is up. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, Ayton has always been a solid offensive rebounder, and he's got the numbers to back it up.
Here's Castle. He's covered by Ayton. Ball outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle. And so here's Sacramento. Pass to Watson. Lets it go from deep. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Chicago. It's a 5-point game. Coach, there's an interesting story about Watson's draft experience.
Yeah, the story is, Brian, that the Nuggets were willing to trade to move up to get him. That's how much they thought of him. They weren't able to do that, but they were able to get him with the final pick of the first round anyway.
This goes to show you how important scouting is.
And luck.
And it's out of bounds to Sacramento. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I spoke with the Bulls head coach earlier. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. That one falls.
A mistake by the defense. You can't let Ball's teammates get open because he will find them.
The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Barrett. From downtown. Sends it home from three-point land.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Williams. Achua with a steal. Ball stolen. And a fast break now for the Bulls. And Ball gets it to go.
And I like the mix of power and agility Ball uses inside. One way or another, he's going to get a shot.
Outside Barrett. No good with the triple. The Bulls trail by 5. Here's Carter. Got a piece of it. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
That puts them over the foul limit with plenty of time left. They have to be careful now. Yeah, a ripped physical guard. Henderson's competitive nature and drive to keep improving is really impressive.
Into the lane. Left side Watson. Pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Barrett. Gets the 3 to fall. Timeout. Barrett's got 6.
I just love the ball move.
And the Bulls call time here.
Incredible. Make some noise for your incredible.
And Ball will bring it up here for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 9. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. And so here's Sacramento. Here's Henderson. There's the drive. And he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, love seeing the young guard Henderson take charge like this, making things happen on the drive.
And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 1:48 left in the opening quarter. It's scooped up. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. 1:44 left in the first. Here's McCollum. Pass to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Castle. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
They haven't had that much success in the paint. So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them. They just continue to struggle. Turnovers have been a big issue. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Right wing. Pass to Shepherd. Outside Levine. Here's Bassi. And here's Sabonis outside. Oh, got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now here's Sabonis. Sinks that one from the post.
It's impossible to win when you give up second and third chances to score.
And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
The Bulls making a switch here. Sacramento leading by 13. Pass to Carter from behind the arc. They get it back. Outside to Levine. Carter with it. McCollum defends. And it's Shepherd missing. Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track. They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Outside Levine. Back to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so
21.
we welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
And here's Sabonis outside. The fader. Bassi can't get it to go.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Well, one of the sharpest players off the floor, C.J. McCollum.
Well, Brian, he also did a great job as president of the Players Union, and he's great on his podcast, too.
I'm sure he'll be doing games with you soon enough after his playing career.
Yeah, I just hope he's not taking my job.
Sacramento leading by 11. Pass to Shepherd. Back to Levine. Out to the wing. Takes the three. And that's good. Shepherd for three.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Here's Buzelis. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Levine with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Out to Sabonis. Three-pointer. Offensive board. Bassi. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
The first one falls. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. Here is Sears. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. These are his first free throws of the game. And he can't get the first one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he can't hit the second. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Chicago making a switch here.
Number 34. 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too. Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in.
Well, look, if you give Henderson room for liftoff, he's going to jam it all over you.
Now here's Henderson on the take. Oh, misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Achua with it. He's picked up by Edwards.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. Bulls trail by 19. Here's Castle. Still no points. And the 3 off target.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Bulls. And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last.
Remains Chicago ball.
Carter with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Precious Achua picks one up. This is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
At the line for the Bulls.
No good on the 2nd, so he hits 1 of 2. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. The Bulls trail by 20. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Precious Achua.
Sacramento leading by 20. Inside. Here's ball, and it's blocked.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Third personal foul.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, Scoot has all the physical attributes. He has the fearless mentality. But like most young players, he just needs some time to develop and adapt to the NBA game.
Right side Watson. Henderson for three. Can't hit that one.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Carter. And here's ball. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
And here are the Bulls now. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Pass to Castle. And he banks in the layup.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Henderson. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
When everything clicks for Henderson, you're going to see a lot of nights like this.
And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have
it. Checking into the game for your Bulls. Number 44, Patrick Williams.
Bulls trail by 20. Here's Carter. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That's on Scoot Henderson. This will be his third trip to the free throw line. No good on that one.
Henderson. First personal foul.
And the second free throw is good. Sacramento leading by 19. To the middle. Over to the wing. Achua for three. They get it back. Henderson outside. Pass to Achua. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Assisted.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Castle. It's stolen.
Chicago foul. Buzelis. Third personal foul.
He misses the free throw. The Bulls making a switch here.
For the away team.
He hits the second from the line. Good if it goes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for Sacramento. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Castle. Off with the layup. And it's Henderson with the ball for Sacramento. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Here's Castle. And stolen by Barrett.
Castle. Second personal foul.
That's good from Henderson. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
The shot by Buzelis is no good. Pass to Watson. Back to Henderson. High arcing shot. Rebound by the Bulls.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Here's Ayton. Misses the baby hook. And here's Chicago. Pass to Carter. And the lamp is good off the glass. Carter's got 8.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Castle. To the paint. Achua with the rebound. And it's Sacramento's ball. This run now up to 13-2. Ball with it. Guarded now by Watson. And Ayton pulls it down. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend. Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Pass to Carter. Fires for 3. Rebound by Sacramento.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Access there denied by DeAndre Ayton.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
And it's the Bulls with the ball.
Away team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
First personal foul.
The free throw drops for McCollum.
Well, even though he plays with a scorer's mindset, you can put McCollum in a playmaking role. He gives you options.
On the attack, Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, McCollum has a way of causing trouble in there. Very crafty.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And McCollum drops them both.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Levine with it. Guarded now by Williams. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
And that's just an outstanding job by Levine to take advantage of the situation and force the defender to overcommit.
Here's Castle. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
A minute 53 left in the third quarter of the game. Levine with it. Pass to Shepard. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Bassey. Soft touch off the glass.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. Here's Castle. Oh, Sabonis with a block.
That shot won't fly with Sabonis around. Nearly 7 feet tall, plus his reach. He creates serious coverage.
Well, that was impressive. There are only a few players in the league who can pull that off.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
Jalen Smith.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's McCollum. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. And so here's Sacramento. Here's Levine. Oh!
Wow!
Assist from.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, Levine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Second chance effort. Smith goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
And so it's Sacramento, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. The hustle they've shown on defense has
76.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Sacramento. Outside Levine. And here's Carter. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Well, when Levine looks to pass, it makes him so much more valuable.
And stolen by Edwards. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Now Levine. Knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's McCollum. Rebound by Sacramento. And it's slammed in by Carter.
And setting the table for his guys. Sabonis is such a shrewd and cunning distributor.
Here's Dinwiddie. Oh, nice D from Carter. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
And now we'll send it over to Allie LaForce for an update on DeAndre Ayton.
Thank you, guys. I got a report from the Sacramento head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while. Adversity hitting this team early, but that will create opportunities for others to step into new roles. It'll be interesting to see how these changes come together, Brian.
All right, Allie, thank you. Sadly, that's not the news fans were hoping for, guys.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
Yeah, all throughout the game, the opposition hasn't been able to keep them off the glass, and they're paying for it, giving up second chance points.
Outside Carter. Going inside. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Here's Williams. Rebound by Sacramento. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. With the floater. Shots good by Henderson. Henderson's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Drives to the hoop. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
And they barely get to retain possession. Many times, that's a turnover.
All by himself. Here's Oh, a highlight. What a slam.
Oh, my. Well, that's just the length and athleticism on display from Zach LaVine. Gets the steal and takes it all the way.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Here's Castle. Deflected. And they're able to recover. Rebound by Sacramento.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Second team foul.
Here's Carter. Tries again. Nice move. Achua with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining.
And it's Sacramento's ball. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6. Oh!
Wow! Well, taking it into his own hands right there. LaVine doing a great job getting to the rim.
Back to Carter. There's the block. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
Out of bounds.
Chicago ball.
And there's 1:45 left in the fourth. There's the drive. And he comes up with a bucket. Carter's gotten 4 this quarter.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's LaVine for 3. And Sabonis slams it in.
Prolific on the glass. I mean, Sabonis turning that board into points.
To the inside. And Sabonis slams it in.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Kings.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Scoot Henderson.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Buzelis. That shot missing. And it's Sacramento's ball. Here's Ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And we have seen Ball add some muscle over the years so that he can power through that contact.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
First personal foul.
That's good from Henderson.
Shooting for the away team, Henderson.
That one misses. Outside Carter. Banked it in off the glass.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Here's ball. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
Bulls basketball.
On defense, the visiting team. Here's Castle. Just 5 on the clock. He's off on the layup. And so it's Sacramento with the W. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll do it, folks.
You go with my nigga. 30 for both, you could